Hello everyone, today we're gonna make a pet adoption farm. If you like pets, so you're gonna love this video. You must watch it till the end. Let's start. Designing our app. We will be starting with a theme. I'll choose this one. Then we drag a label right over here. We give it an ID, and I'll be giving this label the ID of label pet. Then in the text we will be writing pet adoption farm. Okay, so then we go down. The font size we will be putting 20, and then we go to font family, choose one, and let's centerize it in the center of the screen. And now we're gonna be text input. We're gonna put it right there, and then ID now, because that's pretty important. I hope you already know. It's been a while, so we all know how important that is. So this one will be owner. Okay, and then okay, this one's ready, and now we put a drop down, put it right there. No, a little higher there. Now we write in some options. This one will be cat, no, cat. Oh boy, okay. It's gonna be kitten, enter, and then puppy, then enter bunny, enter parrot. There. Now it has a lot of options in it, like 4 options. So then we will be pressing that arrow, so we're going to see all these options that we just typed in. We get to choose this one. Now the font size is just perfect, so now we're going to go on to our next. First, let's give it an ID. The ID will be dd underscore pet. Okay, so it's a drop down pet, and then we're going to give it some checkbox, a bunch of them. This one made a little bigger size. These 3 checkboxes. Now we're gonna add labels. These labels are gonna hold the name of the food. Like first, meat. We've got meat. We're gonna add a few more. We put these for the food selection that our pet will eat, like meat, kibble, or vegetables. Like rabbits eat vegetables, and so do parrots. And then we're gonna bring another text input right about there, and then we name it as txt underscore. This one will be called age, because in this one the adopter will choose the age of the pet that the adopter wants. So over here it is, and here we will be writing the age. And we'll add a button right about there. We give it a font family. We give it an ID. That will be btn underscore adopt. And then we're gonna give it the text. That the text will be adopt. Right there. And then whenever we press this button, so we're gonna successfully adopt this pet. Not successfully adopt that quick, you're gonna give it a name as well. Like the user chooses the name of the pet. So we put that one over there, right about there, and then give it the ID of, this ID will be text A. Wait, is it text name pet? This screen is ready. Now we make a new one. My one is already made. It gives this screen of the ID of adopt. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a theme, the same one that I just used. And now we're going to give it an image. One image, we drag and drop over there. I'm going to name it, how is it image 3? I don't know. I'm going to name it img underscore tick. For some reason, because I'm going to choose an image, I'm going to go to icons, and then this one. So it will be icon color. I want to let it remain the same. And then we add label over here. One label. I'm gonna name it label underscore success full. And then in the text, I'll be writing adoption successful. Let's see what's wrong. Give me a minute. I've forgotten an S, so I'm going to add one more. And successful. Adoption successful. And then we're going to increase the font into this one. We're going to change the font size as well to my favorite size. That's 20. Over here, I'm going to give it a few adjustments, okay? Like a little less. Okay, I guess it needs the wideness. Let's see if I can bring any more changes. Text alignment center. Perfect. This is our first one that says adoption successful. We're just gonna now add another image. Drag and drop right there, and then we're gonna give it the size, adjust the size. Now we're gonna be using some labels, like some more, of course. This one we're gonna be naming label underscore owner. Text is gonna be owner. Of course, we're gonna change the font into your favorite. Mine's this. Put it on a corner and make some more. Added all of these, and now we're gonna add some text inputs as well. But of course, they're gonna be small. With the designing part, now we're gonna move on to the code part. So in this one, we don't have to do any coding for the first screen. That's not necessary. When onEvent button adopt click. This is how we start. We're gonna put 2 of these. 1 and then 2. Of course, now we give these some of the value. Label owner. Where did it go? Nope, not this one. Okay, sometimes this is a lot, so you can get lost. There it is. I'll just choose it. Then over here, we're gonna choose label pet. And over here, we're gonna add, where'd it go? At the bottom. We put it right there. Then over here, we're gonna choose, well, it's text owner this time. So we're gonna go wherever all the texts are. Okay. Oh, here it is. And over here, we're gonna choose value. Over here, we also put another of those. And instead of text owner, we're gonna be putting DD pet. That means drop down pet. There we go. And it'll also be having value. Most important part, set screen. When we press button dot, we want to set the screen to screen form. No, screen adopt. So when we press it, we can go to screen adopt. Control, I'm gonna get this one. It's an if else block. We're gonna press plus and else if else. If else, else if. Okay, go to math, scroll up. Here it is. We're gonna put it right there. Go to UI controls. This. I'm gonna take this, put it in there. Gonna give it check meet and checked. And over here, we're gonna give the value of meet. So never forget to add this before you write. There. And now we're gonna work for the downer. Now we're gonna look for set text. There we go. Over here we're gonna choose label food. Nope, not this one. Label food. And then text shall remain. Now we're gonna work for the other one. That'll be kibble. If you don't know what that is, so it's something that some pets eat. It's dry. It's not that good for them, but sometimes it's still okay. Get property. Instead of check meat, must be up. We choose this one and checked. Done. And now we're going to look for set text right there. Put it right there. Choose label food again. And then text. Yes. And now this one isn't going to be that. Scroll down to get property right there and put it in there. Nope, not in there. In there. Put it there. And then label meat. Text. I'll take another of those. Label kibble. Where did it go? Right there. And text. Okay. Now we're going to take two set text. One is going to be label food, and the other is going to be label age. Down to get property, one over there and another over there. Right there we choose meat, and in the other one we choose text age. Choose these two to text, then text. Well, when we run, so we just write a name, like we write a name, choose a pet, choose the food, choose the pet name, and then pet age. We press adopt, so we don't have a picture yet, right? So we're gonna bring the picture by adding a control of if else right there, and adding one, adding one, adding one, and then subtracting one. Going to math, choosing this one, put it right in there, and then go to UI controls and choose get property. Over here we're going to choose drop down pet, and then it's going to be text, and over here we're going to write kitten. Of course, I really love those. What about you? What's your favorite? And then we go set image URL, put it right there, give it an ID image pet, choose, I'll choose this one, and then over here we go back to math, choose another of those. Now get property, DD pet, text, PUPPY, puppy, and we close that bracket, and then set image URL, image pet, choose this. And then now we go back to that. Over there, UI controls, get properties, giddy pet, text, oops. And then over here, I'm gonna write bunny. Okay, and now set image URL. This bunny. I'll choose it. And then the last one. And then our code is gonna be completed. Oops. And then we go to UI controls. This one is gonna be parrot. Well, actually the picture is gonna be of a bird. Did you know that I have a bird at my house? He's pretty cute. Do you have a pet? And over here we'll write, oops. Okay, now let's try to run our code. Enter the name. What if I do this one and then vegetables, pet name, apricot, that's my pet's name. And now we adopt. Oh yeah, how could I forget? Set image URL, image pic, choose, and now run. Now we adopt. Wow, it works so well. Tell me how your works. I hope it works great as well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.